Hey there, you're tuning in to Lowkey by Oaky, our easygoing sessions for hotel professionals where we chat about industry trends, issues, and solutions.
Well, hello there, and welcome to the very first episode of Lowkey by Oaky, the hospitality podcast. And today I am thrilled to welcome three awesome guests. We have here Lisa, Lieselotte, and Sven from the beautiful Pulitzer Amsterdam. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having us. And we are thrilled as well.
Amazing. Great. I am Clement Denarie. I'm your host for this 20 minutes or so. And I promise you we're going to keep it very low key. Today, we're going to talk about how upselling is a great way for teams to collaborate together at hotels. And for that, we have three awesome representative of three different departments in the hotel. I'd love to hear a quick introduction from each of you, as well as a fun fact about yourselves. Let's go. Lisa, you want to start?
Sure. So my name is Lisa. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Amsterdam. And I've been working as a marketing manager now for almost 2 years at Pulitzer. Fun fact about me is that I still sleep with a stuffed animal every night and I cannot sleep without it. So everywhere I go on a holiday or just one night away, it's with me because otherwise I'm in tears.
Oh my God, amazing. What's the name of the stuffed animal?
It's Oaky, and you think, what a weird name. But when I was younger, I couldn't say konijn, so rabbit in Dutch. And then when my parents called it just Oaky.
That's so cute. And I take that it's a rabbit, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you for that. And welcome, Lisa. Sven.
Yes.
Your turn.
My name is Sven. Working for over 5 years at the Pulitzer Amsterdam. Started as dedicated concierge, but now I'm also responsible for the guest journey in the hotel. So all the feedback that we receive, try to convert it in something improving for our guests. Of course, this is also what our session is about. And I'm looking forward to the session.
Nice. What's a fun fact about you?
The fun fact is that I actually met my girlfriend at the hotel.
You met your girlfriend at the hotel?
Yeah.
Was she a guest or was she a colleague?
No, a colleague. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
A beautiful Pulitzer love story then.
Yes, it is.
Nice, Sven. Well, welcome to the podcast. And last but not least, Lieselotte.
So I'm 27 years old and I'm working for Pulitzer almost 5 years. I started as a revenue executive and now for 3 years I'm already a revenue manager. So responsible for everything that has to do with profit. Further, my fun fact is actually that I also met my boyfriend at the Pulitzer. So big of a good hotel to start your relationship ever.
Also a colleague or was that a guest?
No, a colleague.
A colleague, okay.
Yes, and there's a Pulitzer baby on the way, so that's also good news.
Wow. So a true manifestation of the Pulitzer family feeling, but then in real life. Amazing.
Where the magic happens.
Nice. Well, thanks for that. And I have to oblige myself as well with the fun fact. And actually, I'm especially thrilled to welcome all three of you because I know that that family feeling. Myself, I had worked at the Pulitzer about 12 years ago. That's where I started my hospitality career. And to this day, this is really a great experience that has trained me in lots of different ways. I even got engaged 2 years ago in a beautiful room 418. Yeah. One on the beautiful Amsterdam Canal. And he said yes. So all good. We're engaged and we're going to get married next year.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. And one more fun fact, and I know the bell means we need to move on, but one last fun fact is that actually my first task at Pulitzer when I started working there was to create an upselling platform or an upselling program for the restaurant. So this upselling thing is kind of following me for 12 years and it all started in the Pulitzer. So full circle, we get back to it and the bell has rang. That means that we need to move on to today's topic, which is collaboration between hotel teams. And right here I have a great representative of the marketing team, the revenue team, and the guest experience and operations team. Very often, these three departments work in the same hotel, but not always together. They have different goals, different objectives. And I'd love to hear, how does it go at the Pulitzer, actually? How do you align?
Well, we have spoken about this like yesterday, like how is this working for us? But actually, it's for the three of us, it's quite easily because we understand our values from the different departments. And we come together almost every month to see what we can do better or can like change, like trial and error. And we just see what's best for every department.
I think it's also very important that you need to understand what actually guests think, so how that is being perceived by a guest. So therefore try to generate as much as feedback and try to convert this into something tangible for our guests. So from the operations side, I think it is continuously important to share this with the offices, and especially in this case with Lisa, of course, and Lieselotte, they do a very good job in to convert this also from the background, let's say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps that they're really nice, so that we can work together closely.
Yeah.
Nice. So I feel I feel in the room, and as well I see in you guys that collaboration seems to be kind of a normal thing for you. But I think for a lot of our audience, it might not be something that is actually that natural. So, what's your secret sauce? Is there something magic that you do that you think, hey, it really helps us to actually align and stay together?
I think it really helps to be open and honest with each other, and also to meet in real life on a daily basis. Of course, we had COVID, which happened to be like a lot of working from home. And we are actually working in the hotel. So we're like a 2-minute walk away from Sven at the front desk. So that really helps. And I think also seeing each other perspectives. You already mentioned we have different goals maybe and objectives, but I think our end goal for Pulitzer Hotel is the same, and that really helps us to collaborate in harmony.
In harmony. Amazing. I mean, you see this sometimes, right? That the offices is a bit in a contradiction, or that sometimes operations just think, they're just sitting up there, but they have no idea what's going on a day-to-day basis. So what you're saying is that really having the proximity of the teams, also physically, helps to have some sort of understanding between the teams.
I think it's also very important that, of course, like they also need to realize, and they do both, is that it's like a 24 hours operation. And of course, we work differently in other offices. So in fact, it should enhance each other. And in this case, that works very well.
And what's also nice is that we, for example, if we create the content for Oaky, Sven is also involved, even though it's not really his job to create the content. Or for example, if Lieselotte is working on a pricing or targeting, then I would also like to chime in and help and maybe think along. So that helps us really to understand each other as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good to know that we just know where we're coming from. So that we know that Sven is looking from a guest perspective and from the guest satisfaction. And that Lisa is looking more for like content, so that it's all Pulitzer branded and everything that we want to share as a Pulitzer hotel. And I'm looking for more from the profit side. But we all understand the core values from each department.
Yep.
Interesting. And maybe more personally, does it mean also that you have some experience in the past where you actually were potentially in another team or in another part of the hotel? Or is that something that you just developed by working very closely in a team?
Well, it hasn't always been like that, but that was not when we were working together with the three of us. So we have,
different
of course,
synergy.
their experiences, but I think as long as we just understand and try to understand every different point of view, it will be fine. And just speak out, be honest. Like that.
Amazing.
I think it's also partly derives from the pandemic as well. Because I think especially, of course, more people try to be very flexible, and we also helped out in different departments during the pandemic too. So there creates also some, I think, like a clear understanding of what each other do, what a profession entails, and once again, I think like the synergy is very important, and that you also try to come with new ideas that can only be reached when you. There's something as a common goal.
Yeah, and I think together we are the most creative, and I think we give each other creativity. It doesn't mean that we don't gossip sometimes about each other. Who knows? But it's really fun being together.
That also has to happen, huh? It's part of hospitality to be human and to work with great humans too. Nice, lovely.
Teamwork is key.
Teamwork is key. Wow, a lot of great nuggets of value here. One thing I did not expect is to hear that actually COVID helped with removing silos between teams. And of course, the whole industry has been working really, really hard in the last couple of years. And actually, to hear that also created even more teamwork in these tough moments, I think that's very, very inspiring. Moving on to actually a big word of congratulations to all three of you. You recently won the Oaky Awards for Most Creative Deal. Amazing. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Can you maybe tell us a bit more about it and which deal actually won this Best Creative Deal?
Yes, there was the concierge walk-in tour. From my point of view, I think the reason why I did win the prize is because it's like a truly Amsterdam experience.
Mm-hmm.
One of the concierges will join you on this tour, so not like the stuffy old historical guides as maybe sometimes people may perceive, but in this case it's something that is goes to a lot of places to try to share his knowledge from first hand, and so truly what the locals do. So for example, if it would be on a Saturday, we'll go to the Northern Market. If I really like the guest, sometimes a piece of apple pie, but they need to win my heart.
Maybe it's something for our audience that don't know Amsterdam as well as all of us here. Amsterdam is a beautiful city, but it also has a lot of stereotypes, and there is a lot of hidden gems that are in the city that a lot of tourists actually don't get to experience. So the concierge tour is probably taking your guests into the places that locals enjoy to be at. And I think this was one of the reasons that you won the Oaky Award for Most Creative Deal. Obviously, this is a great idea, but it's also an amazing execution. So I would love to hear a bit more about how this actually went and what was the target, the objective, the audience that you thought of for creating this deal specifically.
I think it's very important to not be like a copycat. So this is once again, it's an experience that each and every time is different. The same, for example, if you visit a specific painting, there's no other painting like, for example, the Night Watch, and people come specifically for this kind of experience. So the same as with the concierge walk-in tour. This has never happened before in other hotels. So therefore, I think it's one of the unique selling points.
I keep on hearing that there is something that you're thriving to do and trying to do all the time is to differentiate yourself. Really creating a unique experience that is always different. Is that part of the concept of Pulitzer? Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Yeah, it always needs to be Pulitzer Perfect.
Wow, Pulitzer Perfect. Love that.
We didn't practice it.
What does that mean? Lieselotte, can you elaborate a bit more on what does that mean?
It has to. It means that it needs to be. How do you say? Special, out of the ordinary. It doesn't need to be a copycat, like Sven said. So something original. And that's something that is really fitting the Pulitzer image.
Love it. Very, very inspiring, I think, for a lot of auditors. One piece that I would say is Pulitzer Perfect, at least we think so, is the way that you have set up Oaky. If we look at all of the different offers that you are proposing really as upsell to all your arriving guests, it's extremely inspiring. Not just the content or the ideas themselves, but also the pictures and the pricing is always Pulitzer Perfect. Good job, Lieselotte. I'd love to
thank you
for you to take us through the process of creating a deal, really from kind of the idea of it, but also to the realization of actually making that happen in reality.
Yeah, I think it really starts with a creative brainstorm where we discuss different kind of opportunities. Where do we see the opportunities, and what do our guests really want? And I think it's really nice to do that with the three of us to keep each other creative and our heads spinning. And I think then it's really important to see, okay, how do we actually get to the guest, but also, of course, gain some profit of it. And then really translate this into a deal using unique content, but also copywriting, making sure it's visually and verbally aligned with our brands and our brand perspective, and really make sure it's appealing to the guest. And I think that's where all our departments come into play. And it's not that I'm only doing the marketing side and Sven is only doing the guest experience side. We really do it with each other.
Yeah, shared efforts.
And we're all chiming in. We're all sharing each other's opinions. And I think it's really nice and creative to work with this kind of system where we're all involved from beginning to end.
So basically, the idea comes from brainstorm. It can be any of the teams, I imagine. And then there is always someone from guest experience that has to be involved to just validate that the guests will actually enjoy this. And I
to
imagine,
make sure it's feasible as well, because of course we are the ones that share that try to collect as much as feedback to make sure how do guests perceive the other packages that we have live at the moment.
Sometimes the marketing team can be too enthusiastic or creative, and then Sven is like, "What are you actually thinking?"
Love the self-awareness here.
Oops.
If I'm the mood breaker, is it how to?
Yeah, no. So I think it's, of course, also seeking for opportunities, even when there are challenges. It's really important to keep also motivated to go the extra mile for the guest, but also, of course, to have our own benefits.
Yeah,
absolutely. So upselling is, of course, about making the guest experience better, right? That's really the main focus. And the second one is, of course, to also increase revenue for the hotel. I'd love to talk about success and specifically the way that you view success. And I'd love to hear if actually you have the same definition of success. So maybe we can start with you, Lieselotte. How would you define success?
A good question. I think I would define success as, when we're working together very well, so that if everybody's on one, on board on one line, but also that, if the upselling is being sold against the right price, of course, so it's profitable, but also the guest satisfaction remains good. I think then you have the best of success.
Nice. Any other definition around the room?
Yeah, I think it's also really important to be successful within yourself. So to be really happy where you work, within your job. I think that happiness also portrays in the way you work with each other, but also how you perform your job. And I think for all three of us, we are really happy working at Pulitzer, and we really feel validated there. And I think you see this back in our performance and in our job and working together, for example, with Oaky. And of course, if the guests are happy, we are happy as well.
Love it. I have something that comes out of this great conversation, and it feels like it's a bit of a magic circle, a positive circle that reinforces itself. A happy team member is much more collaborative and therefore much more successful and therefore much more happy, and that kind of keeps on spinning. It's amazing to see that in three departments that sometimes could have a bit more friction between each other, but it seems like there is really a great alignment for you guys. Talking about success and again, team collaboration, you mentioned that all deals start together and you create and brainstorm together. Do you also celebrate together?
Yeah, I think upcoming Monday, we have the staff party.
We have the staff party. I'm in the staff committee, so I cannot say that much, but it will be really nice. And of course, we will drink a glass of champagne to celebrate.
Amazing. Really, really nice. Great. So I think we can move on to the next section. And on this one, we will go to the shameless plug. In every podcast, we want to make sure that we give you a platform to completely and shamelessly plug whatever you want. The stage is yours.
So from February onwards till June, there is a beautiful Vermeer exhibition, the largest ever, in Rijksmuseum. And we as Pulitzer Hotel have exclusive tickets, skip the line tickets, to the exhibition. And we converted this into a hotel package where you can stay in one of our rooms, have breakfast in Jans, then have, with your skip the line tickets, a beautiful experience in Rijksmuseum. And we have a surprise in-room amenity inspired on the famous painting of Johannes Vermeer, The Girl with the Pearl Earring, or for the Dutchies, Het meisje met de parel. And it's really nice to say that the colors of our rooms are inspired by Vermeer's masterpieces. So it's really nice to have a whole Vermeer experience. And it's really one of the most famous Dutch painters. So check it out on our website, which is brand new actually. So we're very proud of that. And I hope you enjoy it.
That was truly shameless.
I'm sorry. Not sorry.
This is why Lisa works in marketing.
Yeah. Well, that was an amazing plug. Let's let's bring it to action with a good call to action, and that is going to www.pulitzeramsterdam.com, and you'll see the package right there for exclusive skip the line tickets to this great exhibition. You heard it here first.
Correct.
And for the ones who can't make it, please do and visit the Pulitzer anyways. There is a lot of amazing hidden gems once again. The restaurants, the hotel obviously, and the great service that Sven and his team will provide.
Yeah, you can just pop in for a coffee.
Yeah, we always say that we're also here for the locals, so please do come in. I know that some people are afraid to walk into hotels because it's a bit scary, but we're not scary. Just pop on in, and you will be maybe greeted by Sven.
Accessible luxury, how we call it.
That's amazing. All right, well, we're going to move on to the last part of our podcast, and that's a bit of a recommendation for our audience. So I'd love to hear from you. What is the absolute best hotel experience that you have had and why? And no, you're not allowed to mention Pulitzer.
Who wants to kick off?
I will start. It was my father is also graduated from the hotel school, but the first from the MBO, as we say in Dutch. It was the first people that one of the first people that joined the school. And as a kid, I always dreamed therefore of going to the hospitality school. So I graduated from Stenden. And then as soon as I got my golden keys, which is the highest recognition in the profession of a concierge, it was time for me, of course, to celebrate this. And where else than in Paris, where I in fact started the profession of a concierge. So I visited Ritz in Paris. Unfortunately, didn't have the possibility to sleep there, but visited the bar. And I took, in fact, the pencil with me as a kind of tangible memory to this visit, which I always keep wearing with me as soon as I'm at the Pulitzer.
What a story. Amazing. Thanks, Sven.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so for me, maybe it's a bit of a weird one, but I am weird, so I like it. I always go, whenever I go to a city or have a city break or on holiday, I always try to just search for a really nice hotel with a really nice bathroom and just go in, bathroom actually, go to the toilet, wash my hands, look in the mirror, and then just get the feeling of the hotel. Maybe have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. But I just really like to walk into hotels, check it out, and just feel like kind of a local. But I'm not a local, of course, in those cities. So that's maybe a tip for other people that really like hotels. Just pop on in and check out the bathrooms.
And the bathroom, you mean just the common bathrooms, right? Not per se in the hotel room.
Correct.
Okay. Wow, that's a nice one. And actually, I love to do that too. I think it says a lot about hotels and the way that they are kept when you go and visit the bathrooms of the public spaces.
Me too. And they also always have a scent, a specific scent in the hotel. We do as well at Pulitzer. And it's so nice because it keeps a memory with you for the hotel. So I really like it.
A memorable hotel experience. Definitely. Thank you, Lisa. Lieselotte?
Well, what Lisa has with bathrooms, I have with coffee. So if I go to a city, to every, if I see a nice hotel, I just walk in, I have to have a coffee. Could be several ones in one city, but I have to try coffee and see. I think it says a bit about how, what kind of experience they give.
Amazing. So on one end, we have pencils or pens. On the other hand, it's a scent and the bathroom. And finally, the coffee. Well, this sounds like we rounded off exceptionally to the first podcast, Lowkey by Oaky. And I would like to thank you so much for being here. You've been exceptional guest. Host is me.
You've been an exceptional host.
That was a shameless plug for myself, eh?
You did a very good work, Clement. Thank you very much.